Hi everyone, welcome to our requested lesson on P2.3 simple machines. So what I've done is I've written out the notes on this note and I will just talk through them. Obviously you don't need to make any notes if you don't want to. If you find it useful, fantastic, but this is just to help out if anyone can't really remember how to do this. I do always feel like this topic is slightly squashed at the end of year 9. So when we go back and we revise P2 as a class, I will spend a fair bit of time on P2.3, which is that topic, as I say, at the end of year 9. So if that's the one you feel most fuzzy on, don't worry, I can kind of see why you would. So anyway, enough babbling, let's go on. Most machines use the idea of moments. Remember that a moment is a turning effect of a force, and you can calculate moments by doing force times distance. To create mechanical advantage. Mechanical advantage is when the machine produces a larger force than is inputted, e.g. in levers or gears. So here we've got a gear, 2 gears in fact. Cog A is the gear that is being turned. Now it will produce a movement in cog B. You can input a smaller force to cog A and it will produce a larger force coming out of cog B. Fantastic. The equation to work out mechanical advantage is mechanical advantage equals load divided by effort. Generally that is forces, so load force divided by effort force. It is just a ratio. In order to be useful, a machine should always have mechanical advantage larger than 1. If the mechanical advantage was smaller than 1, that means you're putting in more effort than you are being able to lift your load. So underneath you can see I've got a diagram here. A wheelbarrow. A wheelbarrow is a type of simple machine. It's effectively a lever of its sort, and it is being used to lift a heavy load. So what you can see here is the effort force blue, F there, we don't know, but the load we do, 400 newtons, and we know the distances from those forces to the pivot. So what this question might ask is for you to calculate the mechanical advantage of that wheelbarrow. Now that's going to have to be a 2-stage process. The first thing you're going to need to do is work out the effort force and then work out the mechanical advantage. So I'm going to talk you through how to do it now. So where are we? Step 1. Calculate effort force. Use the principle of moments. I wonder if you can remember this. The principle of moments basically says that for a body in equilibrium, which we're assuming this wheelbarrow is, that means the turning forces on it are balanced. So the clockwise moment, which is being created here by the effort force, is going to equal the anti-clockwise moment. So anti-clockwise moment equals clockwise moment. You know I'm too lazy to write things out in real words if I can help it. Remember that each side is calculated by force times distance. So let's have a little look at this picture. The anti-clockwise moment is the one that's created by the load force. So the force there is 400 newtons and the distance is 0.3 meters. The clockwise moment on the right-hand side is force times distance again. We don't know the force, but we do know the distance is 1.2 meters. So force times distance equals force times distance. That's obviously two different forces, 2 different distances. That was 400 times 3 for the anti-clockwise one, and the clockwise was F, we don't know what that was, times 1.2. Which gives me, if I just do that and then rearrange, F equals 100 newtons. So this is our effort force. Remember that we were working out there. Let's have a look at that diagram. So we've worked out F, the effort force, and it is 100 newtons. So we've done that, fabulous. Now we're going to do step 2, calculating mechanical advantage. So mechanical advantage was load over effort, which was 400 newtons over 100 newtons equals 4. Now it's just a ratio, so it doesn't have a unit. All right, hope that made sense. Yes, and we will do some, I've put a worksheet on Google Classroom. It won't be compulsory. If you're like, no, I get mechanical advantage, that's absolutely fine. You'll also see some questions there on P4, which you requested, so you have a choice of which ones you do. All right, thanks everyone. Oh.